Hello everyone, you're welcome back again. In today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to solve for the value of x from this radical equation. We are given that square root of x into square root of x into square root of x is equal to 2. Then what is the value of x that will satisfy this equation? So before then, remember that whenever you have a square root of a term, and you take the square of that expression, the square is going to eliminate the square root. That's what is going to help us to eliminate the square root from this equation. Now, what do? We are going to square both sides of this equation in order to eliminate this first square root. And when we do that, we are going to square the left hand side. Then in an equation, if you do anything to one side, make sure you do it to the second side. So we also square the right hand side. So when we do that, this square is going to eliminate the square root. We are left with x into square root of x into square root of x, which is equal to 2 raised to the power of 2 imply 2 multiplied by 2, which is going to give us 4. So now we still have 2 square roots again, and we need to eliminate them. So what are we going to do? We need to square both sides again in order to eliminate this first square root. So what do? We square the left hand side, then we do the same thing to the right hand side. But in this case, remember, this x is not in the square root. So this square is going to affect both x and this square root. So when this x raised to the power of 2, we are going to have x to the power of 2. Then the whole of this term square, the square is going to cancel the square root. So we are left with x, then root of x, which is equal to 4 raised to the power of 2 imply 4 multiplied by 4, which is going to give us 16. So the next thing we are going to do, as you can see, look at square root again. We need to delete the square root. But before then, we have x squared here and we have x, so we can multiply them together. X squared multiplied by x is going to give us x cubed, then multiply by square root of x, which is going to be equal to 16. Now we are going to eliminate the square root now by squaring both sides of the equation again. So we square the left hand side, then we do the same thing to the right hand side. And remember, the square is going to affect both x to power 3 and root of x. So x to power 3 square is going to be, I'm going to multiply the two power together. 3 multiplied by 2 is going to give us x raised to the power of 6. Then root of x square, the square is going to eliminate the square root. So we are left with just x, which is equal to 16 raised to the power of 2 implies 16 multiplied by 16, which is going to give us 256. So the next thing we are going to do, this x here, it implies x raised to the power of 1. They are still the same. So that when you multiply them together, we are going to have x raised to the power of 7 using multiplication properties of indices. When the bases are the same, write one of the base, then you plus the power. So everything now will be equal to 256. Now what are we going to do? Remember, they asked us to find the value of x. And here we have x raised to the power of 7. So what are we going to do to eliminate the 7? So we're going to raise both sides of this equation by inverse of the power, which is this 7. Inverse of 7 meaning 1 over 7. So we're going to raise both sides to 1 over 7. Then we do the same thing to the right hand side, 1 over 7. So that this 7 is going to cancel this 7. X raised to the power of 1 is the same as x now will be equal to 2.208 approximately. And here is the value of x that satisfies this radical equation. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe and also follow this page for more video like this.